These always come in handy when in your mixed media, and that's what I want to do. So let's get to it. So I want to put some pink maybe in there, and then some hot pink. I don't particularly want to cover the background too much. So I'm just going to run my finger maybe through it. Is any of this thought out? No, ma'am. I'm telling you, I'm really, really enjoying using these bottles just to play with. And all of the ones that I showed you have been with these bottles, and the funny thing is that I only have how many colors in a bottle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors in a bottle, and I've been sticking to those 6 colors. I think I want to put all of my acrylic paints in bottles actually. So I do want to pick up, you know, here and there, I want to pick up some more of these bottles. And of course, if I come by any hair dye bottles, I'll rinse them out and use those also. And I think this is calling for some black. You see, the black just makes it pop out. I just really suggest you ladies give it a go with these bottles. What started me out with these bottles is watching ladies on YouTube like Carol Doobie and Atelier, Marie Atelier. I'm not too sure right now. Let's see, she must be in my history because I do watch her videos. Just because and if you're not there, then you're over here. I know you just put up a video. I haven't had the chance to watch it yet though, but I will. Let's see. Okay. The Mary Atelier. There we go. She uses these pointy, what are they called? Well, you guys can see. I'm not too sure what they're called. I usually do know. But wanting to have these bottles got me to use these bottles. And now I have these bottles. I shared with you guys before. But I'm still working on emptying them. I don't just want to pour the stuff out. So little by little, I'm using them up. And then eventually I'll have those. Fine point applicators is what they're called. And Carolyn Doobie uses them all the time. And I love it. Now where did my black go? Here it is. Now I can care less if the line is straight or choppy. I like it that way. And it does dry somewhat matte. So yeah, I thought my son was going home on Friday or Saturday. Josie told me to tell him goodbye and to be safe and have a good trip. And I did, but little did I know he wasn't going home. I swore he told me he was going home. I guess it's kind of hard for him to break away. I mean, he likes his freedom. He likes being on his own. But, hey, he's getting home-cooked meals here. Even though he cooks his own meals. Although he lives with his grandma because he goes to college over there, his grandma does no longer cook. By her choice, she doesn't cook. So he cooks for her, and he cooks for himself. But I understand. There's something about eating somebody else's food that tastes better. In Spanish, it's, I think, a saying that says something like comida ajena tastes better. I don't know how to say the whole thing. I forgot how it's said. Let's see. Maybe I can remember. Something about I guess not a stranger, another person's food tastes better than your own food. I get it. Plus he's here with his sisters and he gets along very well with them. They torture each other and then they laugh. Yeah. So it's basically like doodling with a pen, but you're using acrylic paints. My dogs didn't do so well this 4th of July. They hated it. They were really, really hating it. I had to keep them so close to me, like little babies. They were really hating it. And 4th of July here in LA starts a week before they're supposed to even start. The kids around here start messing, and most of the fireworks around here, I get to see the Dodger Stadium fireworks every Friday of the week. But I also, 4th of July, they do like the best fireworks. But around, although I get to see those around here, the kids tend to do the illegal fireworks, like the ones that sound like bombs. And there's no show to it, really. It's just a loud noise. And it was really, really, really traumatizing to not only my dogs, I imagine a few dogs. But they're immature, and they don't think about it, and they still do it. So that part I can live without, but what can you do? I've been thinking lately that I should glue a lot of my jelly prints into my Hannah Montana altering book, because I don't even work in it too much, and I've really, really been messing a lot with my jelly prints. So why shouldn't I just glue a bunch of them and doodle on them while they're in there, and then they become a part of my art in an actual book. So I think that that's what I'm going to do. And I also remember that I promised you guys that I was going to complete my drop paper into something, that I was going to turn it into something. I still have that in my mind because I have it to where when I walk by I see it all the time. And when I see it I go, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. And then I come in here and either I start watching videos or start doodling on my jelly prints. But yeah, I'm still going to do it. I am. Just gotta, I don't want my art to become work. I'll do it when I'm in the mood to do it. I've been into this circle thing where I just basically do circles like this and then run a line through it. I don't know why, but it's been my go-to design lately. I don't know, it's intriguing to me. Let's mess with this one. So this one, and remember, I don't edit, and if the video cuts, there's a part 2. My camera decides when it's going to partition on its own. So if I'm talking and I get cut off, there's a part 2. You see how the lines are not, it looks kind of like sewn, they're scattered or broken. I like that. Most of the time it just gets constantly getting clogged though. I think that there's some kind of product out there that'll make the flow come out easier and probably get clogged less. I don't know the name to it right off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's by Golden. The brand Golden, I think that's the brand. Like an easy flow medium, maybe. That's in the near future. So my car broke down on me, and it just so happened that my husband's car broke down on him too. Yeah, and his is not a brand new car, but we just got it. We bought a used car, and it broke down. But he fixed his, he fixed mine, but I still kind of feel that it's not completely reliable right now. And plus, it being 4th of July weekend, it was a ghost town around here. People must have left to visit family, or if they didn't leave, they had visitors and barbecuing, so not very many people came out to the shop. So I've only been to the shop maybe, let's see, 3 times. And the 3 times that I've been there, I've actually been coming home around 6, 7 o'clock, which I'm usually there late. This is really just clogging in there. There's a booger in there. Come on out, booger. Maybe I should open it up and try it from this side. I'm going to blow on it. So I'm going to blow on it, and I'm probably going to get a splatter here. So now that I have a splatter, or some paint right there, all I'm going to do is just grab a jelly print, a bigger one, and just use my finger and do this. And just keep doing that until I'm done with the white paint that's I splattered out. Even though it's a repetitive thing that I'm doing on each one, that's okay because it's different paper, so it's going to look different every time. And two, it's a good way to use up that drop that I did here. And I like them to look kind of ghostly. I don't like them to be very strong. I'm just going to need a little bit more just to finish this one off. Still getting stuck. There we go. Man, these kids are on vacation and they sure can eat. Finding carcasses in my fridge. Especially my son. He's got like an endless stomach. They've gone through 3 pints in less than 4 days of ice cream. It's like crazy. Okay. And I'll place them back over onto the side where I know I still need to mess with them. And I also wanted to share with you guys what I picked up at a yard sale for 25 cents. I still haven't cleaned it up. I still need to clean it up. Isn't this beautiful? It's all like, let's see. It's resin. Yes, I tapped it on my tooth and it's still dirty and I did that. They're beautiful resin flowers on wire. There's no markings. I don't know who made it, how they made it, but I really, really, really like them because it reminds me of my nail polish flowers. And the person who took their time to teach themselves how to do this. This is gorgeous. Imagine once I clean it up, how shiny it's going to be because it's pretty dusty. The house that I went and purchased this at the yard sale, the house was built in 1920, and I love it. And what else did I pick up there? I picked up a handmade Filipino bag, and it's made out of, I think, like bamboo. I think it's bamboo. I'll show it to you guys later. And then I picked up some little vintage beads, just 2. Those were $1. I didn't spend no more than $3. Okay, so back. In one of my videos, I showed you guys me wrapping some screen protectors that my husband picks up at work. People just throw them out when they don't want them anymore. It's these black things right here. They're pretty pliable. They sound like plastic, but I showed you guys me wrapping tape over and over and over, and I think I picked up the idea from Gina Ahrens. She used this kind of tape. I still haven't purchased any. I forget, at the dollar store they have it, and I end up picking something else up, so I can't buy everything I want. Well, I have these 2 pieces, and I showed you guys a video of me doing this, and then I have one where I used this tape, and then I used brown packing tape. Yeah, and I haven't showed you guys the screen protector where I have the brown packing tape in a while. I actually forgot about it, and I just found it yesterday night searching for something else, and I found it in the crevices. Yeah, and I started messing with it. So this is brown packing tape. You see, you can still see some of the brown packing tape. And sometimes I have, or I used to have this just laying out on the side, and I would just clean my brush. Or if I would have leftover paper, I would just glue it down. And this side I've been messing with. And you can see there's napkins. There's a lot of texture because I just throw things down. There's even these little pearls, flat back pearls back there. I think this is almost done, where I can actually start flipping it over and use this side a little bit more. But isn't that pretty? So once you're done, you just rip it away and maybe roll this around something, or just use it from here, and you have one-of-a-kind washi paper, or one-of-a-kind decorative tape. And yeah, I have that on the side, and I thought I'd just share that. And this is the side that's not done yet, and I could stamp on it. That I have on the side. So let's continue on. What were we trying to do? Those circle things that I've been obsessed over. But it doesn't want to work for me for some reason. Let's try it with the black. So I just been doing this and then running a line through, and I've been obsessed with this. And this one has a booger on it. I want to wipe that booger on something. You see that? It's just like this dangly mucus coming out. And what I've been doing is I just been dragging it across and getting these fine lines with it until it lets loose. Oh, see, there it went. It let loose. I'll put that aside. But yeah, I've been doing this a lot. Seriously, we're gonna get another one? Yep. Why must you have boogers? Really, I'm not liking the fact that I keep getting boogers. Beggars, I said boogers. If you guys have any tips, maybe I should keep needles in here to keep it from drying out in there. I'm never afraid to go over other things. Serious? Is that all we're full of? This is just the beginning. Then I'll let them dry and then I'll mess with them more. Just like the one you guys seen me do my last video, and I messed with it more, and that's what we got today. So this is something that I'll put aside. I need a sneeze. Thank you. For those of you who said bless you. And that'll just be put aside to dry, and then I'll pick it up again and mess with it more. This one, what do I want to do? I want to put some, it happens more when I'm recording. I'm going to put some yellow on the sides. Now remember that these are all the beginnings. Once they dry, I'll mess with them more. But this is one technique that I've been doing also repetitively. Excuse me for inhaling. I think I picked up some allergies just right now. And what I'll do is run my finger through it to give it a soft look. Like that. Now I don't mind wiping my fingers on my drop paper because it becomes art later.